Hi guys, and welcome to Political Science 504, an applied data analysis class, or what I am calling Data is Awesome. I'm sure you share my enthusiasm. But I am Dr. Marky McBrayer. You can call me Marky, and I am co-teaching this class with Dr. Michael Overton. And this class is pretty much covering how to best find appropriate data, how to manage it appropriately, and then clean it, and then finally analyze it. And all of those things sound really simple, but in practice can be quite hard. And so this class is going to teach you a few tools in both R Studio and Excel for how to do all of those. Okay, so let me give you a brief rundown of the course, and then I am going to show you the course website. Okay. So how does this course work? Your grade is going to be based off of 4 components. Blog posts, which is 15% of your grade. There's one due every week for the first 5 weeks. Professionalism, homework assignments are 25% of your final grade. And finally, a final project, which is worth 40% of your final grade. So the blog posts, you will have one assigned each week for the first 5 weeks. They are in total worth 15% of your grade. So each blog post is worth 3 percentage points of your final grade. That doesn't sound like a lot, each one only being worth 3%, but it can add up if you've missed a few. You typically will need to respond to 1 or 2 prompts that inquire about the materials that we present in the short video lectures and the readings. We also have Professionalism and Participation, which is worth 20% of your grade. All we want to see is you participate, you turn things in on time, and you are nice and respectful towards others. This sounds like a low bar, doesn't it? You would be surprised. So just as long as you sort of are able to perform as the budding professional you are, you should do well. In terms of homework assignments, there are going to be 5 homework assignments due each week for the first 5 weeks. They, like the blog posts, will be due Sunday at 11:59 p.m., so you have about a week to complete them. Most of them are a combination of coding in R, wrangling in Excel, and interpreting output. If you are having trouble, and by trouble I mean, say you are stuck with an error message for about 15 minutes, just reach out to us. That is what we are here for. This is not meant to be a class where you struggle and cry in front of your computer alone. We are here to help you. And so please, please, please reach out, okay? We want you to take as much from this class away as possible. And sometimes that means asking for help, right? Like I certainly didn't learn any of this just coding away alone in my house, right? I had lots of friends and lots of professors to help me as well, and I intend to sort of pay that forward. The final project, that is worth 40% of your final grade. That is due the last Friday of class. In week 4, we are going to release a dirty data set as well as instructions, and you will need to clean and analyze that data. Once you have done so, you're going to write a 5-page policy brief with your findings and recommendations based off of that once dirty data set, okay? But you don't need to worry about it just yet. That's about 3 weeks away. So let me just briefly guide you through our Blackboard site, just to give you a sense of where things are laid out. I don't really like to leave people in the dark, because what might seem intuitive to us may not be intuitive to you guys. So ignore all of the windows that are open on my computer. I have horrible practices. Don't do what I'm doing is what I'm saying. So here is our course page. I am on the welcome page, which is where this video is about to be posted. Just to walk you through where things are. The syllabus is located here under the syllabus tab intuitively, but most of the things that you will need will be in the folders. So these week folders. So right now you can see week 1, and every week a new folder will appear for you. So week 1, let me just jump in and show you what's here. So yes, there's Star Trek Next Generation. That's the theme of our course. For our to-do list for this week, we would like you to read the syllabus. We also would like you to introduce yourself here. So if you click on this link here, it leads you to a discussion board where we ask you guys a few questions. So your name, where you're from, what you hope to get from this class, and then finally your favorite celebrity encounter or your favorite Netflix show. Just because we are all sort of in this together, it really helps us put names to faces, and this is in some ways a challenging class, and it's helpful to sort of get to know one another and be comfortable saying, I'm having trouble, right? Let me go back to our list of things to do. I should have just clicked on week 1. Week 1 to-do list. So that was our introducing ourselves. The third thing we would really like you to do is to download R and RStudio. I highly recommend this video that is posted by another stats tutorial, but it's just like the best that is out there. After this ad, it's going to go really well. But R, you can see they have some instructions on where to go. rproject.org is where you download R. And then later on, they skip ahead to RStudio. See, going to rstudio.com and how to do so. Now you might be wondering, why do I need to download both R and RStudio? R is sort of like a base statistical software, and RStudio is puts sort of a nice, pretty interface on R. And we almost always recommend RStudio over R. So make sure to do that, because you will have a homework due on Sunday that is based off of RStudio, okay? So we also say you should watch this week's video lectures. You can see here, week 1 video lectures, and they're all here. We're gonna have 6 of them. The 6th one is the R and RStudio one that you will primarily use for your homework this week. We would also like you to read this week's 2 readings, week 1 reading. So technical debt and this R data import tutorial is everything you need, just about bringing data into R. And then posting your blog post. So here you can see your blog post. Your blog post for week 1 will require 2 responses to 2 separate prompts. Take a look at those. And then you will need to complete homework 1 by June 16th at 11:59. And the homework guidelines are down here. It's primarily about bringing data into R and just briefly telling us about those data sets. But as always, if you're having trouble, please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, so that is sort of just an overview of where things are located in our course site. For the most part, you should be able to find everything you need in your weekly folders, right, in week 1, okay? So back to my PowerPoint. So what is due by Sunday at midnight? This coming Sunday, the 16th at 11:59 p.m. You should read the syllabus. You should introduce yourself on the discussion board. Make sure to download R and RStudio. Watch this week's video lectures. Read the hidden technical debt in machine learning systems, and this R data import tutorial is everything you need. Then go ahead and post your blog post as well as complete homework 1. We sort of have to get off to a little bit of a running start just because it is a summer course and things are going to have to move quickly. But as always, if you have questions, please, please, please reach out to us. You can email me at imbcbrayer@uidaho.edu or michael@overton@uidaho.edu. I think he prefers to be called Dr. Overton, but you should ask him. And when you email us, make sure that you email both of us. This ensures that we can sort of promptly get to your questions, right? Whichever one of us is freest first can respond to your questions. And we will always, always, always get back to you within 24 hours. For those of you who have taken methods classes with me before, you know that I respond on weekends. You know that I respond in the evenings, right? I will get back to you. And if you want to come chat about an issue you're having, either in this class or more broadly, you can schedule in-person Skype or Zoom meetings with either of us, okay? Just make sure to touch base if you're facing any challenges, okay? But I look forward to having everyone in this class.